I know you guys have seen this news story. Jorge Masvidal calls out Conor McGregor. Seems to be gaining a lot of traction. Joe Rogan reacted to that news, therefore it may well happen. That seems to be the case. If Joe Rogan speaks on anything to do with MMA, it gains fucking hundreds of thousands of views. Tough fight for Conor. Masvidal's a big guy, but here's the condition. Where's this fight taking place? A lot of people immediately jump to 170. I don't ever want to see McGregor at 170 again. I think he's slow. I think he's a bit shitter. If I'm honest with you, McGregor makes 45. McGregor made 45 like Masvidal used to make 55. That's the size difference we're talking here. Okay? And McGregor isn't the biggest 55er. When you're looking at guys like Ferguson, Cerrone, Khabib, McGregor's ain't the biggest 55er. You know what I'm saying? Masvidal was one of the biggest 55ers along with Chiesa. And I'll get into that in a second because Chiesa's a name that's going to come into this conversation. Masvidal, if this is at 170, I pick Masvidal all day, every day. I pick him by submission. Because Conor McGregor doesn't get knocked out. He has an iron chin. Okay, an iron chin. You can say all you want about him. He ate that fucking one of the biggest right hands straight on the fucking tip of the jaw against Khabib. Got straight back up for a flying knee against Khabib against the cage. He's got, as much as you can hate on McGregor. Say what you want about his wrestling game. He gets smashed. All they want to fucking say about McGregor. He's got an iron fucking chin and he knows how to avoid shots and strike well. Now, if this happens at 170, I think Masvidal's going to hurt him on the feet and McGregor's going to choose to be submitted. Because he doesn't get knocked out. He's going to shoot for a takedown. Masvidal's going to submit him probably. Good fight. 170, I don't see it going McGregor's way. Too small. Masvidal's a legit 170 pounder and people that... Listen, anyone looks like they don't belong at welterweight when they're fighting Darren Till. Okay, Tyron Woodley looks like a lightweight when you're fighting Darren Till. Darren Till just cuts more weight than literally fucking everyone. You know? But Masvidal's a legit 170 pounder. No one's saying Colby's a small guy. You know? I mean, RDA's small. He could probably still make 55 if he changed his body type a bit, even though it hurt him to make the cut. Masvidal can't go back down. He's too big now. So that won't happen. And also, McGregor won't wait for that to happen. He won't be like, yeah, I'll see you in a year, Masvidal. That won't happen. At 155, if they were to have that fight there, which I think if I was McGregor, I'd be calling for that. And I think Masvidal would literally make the cut. Because you fight McGregor, you get paid a couple million. You know, and Yoel Romero just got fucking cash. And Masvidal's obviously a little bit jealous. Because he just made fucking 200,000 to beat Ben Askren. So, he's looking for that dollar. You know what I'm saying? And McGregor brings that. Anyone who fights McGregor, you're a superstar if you win. You're paid attention to if you lose. Okay? If this happens at 155, I like McGregor. I like McGregor. I think he gets it done. I think Masvidal, I mean, you're talking his chin just weren't the same at 55. His chin right now, he takes some big shots. He fucking got slept, almost like semi-slept by Darren Till. Came back, he was smiling on the ground. He's got a fucking good chin. He can take a crack. Even though Darren Till ain't a big knockout puncher. You know, Masvidal's taken big shots at welterweight and he just eats them. You know? Got stiffed by Wonder Boy, off balance, didn't even see the shot coming. Gets straight back up. He doesn't get hurt. He doesn't get TKO'd. He got TKO'd once in his career. And if you know that fight, I urge you to go back and watch that fight. Watch Jorge Masvidal gets knocked out. It was the earliest stoppage I've ever seen. And Masvidal protested it. He literally got dropped. And they stopped the fight. And he was fine. He was in full guard. Had his legs up, ready to defend. Smiling on the floor. And the ref steps in and stops it. That's his only TKO loss. But at 155, going back there now, especially this late in your career, I think McGregor would take him. I really do. And I don't think McGregor's going to be the best he's ever been. But you're talking at 155... Michael Chiesa dropped Jorge Masvidal bad and almost finished him. You know? That's what you're talking. Like, Michael Chiesa, you know, when it comes to stand-up, is absolute fucking garbage. And he fucking broke from Masvidal against a cage and fucking cracked him straight on the jaw. Masvidal goes down like that. Luckily, he came back too and found the finish in the submission, which shows what a savage he is, but it also shows you, you know, he doesn't take shots the same way at 155. He's been hurt a few times. And I think McGregor hits differently than fucking Chiesa. That's for damn sure. And I think McGregor would find the finish on Masvidal at 55. Just because even if his chin wasn't bad then at 55, right now to cut back down when you're 34 years old, Your body's used to being at 170 now. You bulked yourself up. To make that rapid change and probably cut about 30, 25 pounds, your chin ain't going to stay. And I think McGregor, if your chin's going to be a bit weird after a weight cut, McGregor's going to catch you. Okay, he's going to catch you in the first round, and Masvidal ain't going to be shooting for no takedowns. So yeah, good fight. But depends where it's at. If it was a 170, I'm on Masvidal all day. I like Masvidal at 170. I think he's one of the best. I think he can beat Usman. I don't know if he'll be the favourite. I'd probably pick Usman if I was going to make a prediction, just because of what I know about Colby fucking ragdolling Masvidal in the wrestling department. I wonder what Usman would do. But he could beat Usman. He has a chance against anyone. I think he'd beat RDA. I'll tell you that. RDA's a savage in the division. I think he'd stand a decent chance against Woodley with his iron chin. I think he really would, even though Woodley don't hit like no other guy at welterweight. He's like the most powerful puncher there is. I still would like Masvidal. I don't mind it. I would like Masvidal versus Covington, even though I've seen him get ragdolled. Masvidal has that chance against anyone, and you give him a striker that's used to be a featherweight at 170, he's going to tee off on McGregor. McGregor's going to get hurt and then choose, out of pride, to shoot for a lousy takedown and give himself up. And give himself up for the rear naked choke and get finished. That's what's going to happen. Because McGregor don't get knocked out. He never will. That's why he got submitted by Nate Diaz. Got a little bit tuned up on the feet at 170. Got tagged, a little bit wobbled. I need the Mayweather fight. This is all the... Look... Fucking McGregor gets tagged by Nate Diaz. He gets wobbled a little bit. This is his mind. Fuck. Mayweather fight. If I lose on the feet, I have nothing. If I go down and get submitted, like I have been many times before, it's fine. I'll tap. I'm fine. And I can also say that I've never been beat on the feet. So he shoots for a takedown and gets submitted. That's McGregor. He's a genius. And he's a genius in the fight. Whether you like him or not, he's a fucking genius. I think at 155 he'd give Masvidal troubles. It'd still be a close fight. But I think at 170, which don't even mention that. And I don't think this fight's even going to happen, if I'm honest with you. You get a dumb fight. You cancel out two potential stars. If McGregor beats Masvidal, he kind of drops off a bit. You know what I'm saying? If Masvidal beats McGregor, you kill off McGregor, you cash cow. That's going to probably save the UFC and give it that extra juice for the next year or two. I think the right fight for McGregor right now is the winner of Pettis versus Diaz at 55. Particularly if it's Diaz, and potentially the loser of Khabib versus Poirier if it's Khabib, which probably won't happen, even though Poirier has a good chance. But if Khabib loses to Poirier, Khabib versus McGregor would then make sense, because he wouldn't be getting a fucking quick access pass to the title, and Tony Ferguson would finally fucking get his shot. I don't know how many more times we have to ask for it. Tony Ferguson needs his shot. But yeah, 55 McGregor, 70 Masvidal all day. 55 McGregor, but it's close. 70 Masvidal without a doubt, in my opinion. So yeah, like and subscribe. Click that. Goodbye.